Hey guys, how you doing? jpsarrireviews here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Now, keeping up with every single release that comes out every day is a really tough task. There are a lot of collectibles, there are a lot of companies, and every company is producing something amazing. There's something for everyone, for every different scale. Now, in this video today, I want to cover Kotobukiya because Kotobukiya has been producing stuff. Yes, it's sometimes difficult to really navigate through the stuff that Kotobukiya does. Sometimes hard to understand what they're trying to do. What's I would say the thinking behind the stuff they produce. But they are also constant in some of those lines. And in this video today, I want to cover some of the stuff that is coming our way. And some of this stuff is really amazing. And for that reason, I'm here at Sideshow. And I want to cover in this video three particular things that really caught my attention. We have the Battle of Endor, the Little Rebels diorama. This is a very interesting diorama. Also, the new Wolverine, Kinney, Bishoujo statue. A lot of people are excited for that one. And the new Iron Man statue for the new Fine Art statue Avengers line. Also, this is another piece that people are excited for. So I want to cover these three pieces today. And first we start with Battle of Endor. This is a very interesting concept. The price for this is $200. This is an ARTFX piece, so that means that it's made out of PVC. This is going to ship, according to the information here, between January and March of next year. Now, this is based on the art of the renowned illustrator duo Gurihuru. The Gurihuru is a duet of two female artists from Japan that they do a lot of stuff for manga, for American manga actually. They have done stuff for Marvel, for DC, for Dark Horse Comics, and the art is very well recognizable, very cartoony, but it's very different. And this piece, it definitely has that style. Now, when you look at the dimensions here, it's 7.48 inches, so it's not a big, it's not a huge diorama. It's 18.9 centimeters. Now, this particular art is very unique, very different, and very cartoony, but at the same time, it's so cute. And it does have this nice presence, and I think Kotobukiya has captured this art really well. There's a lot of detail here. I was reading some comments, particularly on some forums, where people were complaining about the pricing that was too steep for being a PVC diorama. But I'm telling you, based on the stuff that you can see here, all these little characters, I would say that this is really a good price for this. It does have a lot of things here, a lot of little parts, and all of that combined definitely I think that it's justifiable. I would say if any other company produced something like this, definitely they will price it at least at $350, something like that, or something even more ridiculous than that. But I think $200 is a great price. It's not a big diorama, but it does have a lot of those little parts, Ewoks everywhere, and each Ewok has its own personality, and definitely this walker, the ATST, all of that, in my opinion, is good. I love the paint job. I think the vase is nice. I love the greenery on it. It's really cool. I like it. This is definitely a statue that I would give to my daughter. I think it would be a perfect gift for her. She would fall in love with it because the characters and the cartoony style. She loves this type of style. If this is the type of art you like, I would say go for it. Or if you know someone that loves this art, this is a perfect Christmas gift. All those Ewoks, everyone is very different, every character, and I've always been a fan of the Ewoks, so I like this, and I love the style that he has, and he has his own personality, and I love that. I love this type of dioramas with personality that is different, and I like the idea of Kotobukiya trying something totally different than what they've been doing. You know, is apart from the Bishoujo line, apart from the Fine Art statue, the ARTFX lines, doing something different. And hopefully this collection can grow, and this does well, so we can see on the same style other type of interpretations for Star Wars. It will be really nice. I love the pictures that they took here, and the style and the Photoshop in the background really gives character to this diorama. It is a really nice diorama. To be honest with you, I'm even tempted for myself, not only for as a gift for my daughter, but definitely something for myself. I really like it, so it is cool, and I'm glad that they're doing something different. Alright guys, now we're moving on to Kinney. This Bishoujo statue, it does have a lot of character. The price is $130. This is going to release according to Sideshow between January and March of next year. And I'm telling you, this Bishoujo line has been an amazing line. You know, you have to give credit to Kotobukiya for the time they had spent doing this collection. If there's something that has been permanent with Kotobukiya, and I have talked about it in the past, with Kotobukiya has never been constant in a lot of things, but one thing they have been constant over the years is the Bishoujo line. And you have to give them credit for that. It's been the most popular line they have, and definitely the one that has grown over time with so many different characters, and there are a lot of fans out there. Sometimes people complain about the quality, and I know the price had gone up, and I know a lot of people don't like the new pricing. But if there's something about, in this case, Kotobukiya, that you can say that they have been permanent and constant and they're always on top of it, is the Bishoujo line. And I would say that this statue is no exception. As you can see, this prototype, it looks good. It is a nice pose. I wouldn't say that I'm too crazy about the face with the mask. In this case, her cheeks and all. But it does have the line. If you are a fan of the Bishoujo, you know this is the style that they've been pursuing over the years. And the colors look fine. It is a PVC statue. And I like it. You know, this is not the first time they have done Laura Kinney. Of course, they have done the X-23 in the past. But this is, of course, with the new Wolverine outfit. And it looks good. You know, if you're really a fan of the Bishoujo line, if you've been collecting, and definitely this is a great addition. I know the price is not, well, you know, we were used to in the past. You know, before, I remember when you can find a Bishoujo for what, $50, $45, something like that. Now, of course, going in $130. Of course, you know, it kind of sends those red flags. But ultimately, we have to understand and we have to adapt to this new pricing that is across the board with every company. But it looks good, you know, and I would tell you this, you know, this is not the type of statue. If you have, I would say, a Marvel line with Bowen statues, you can add this, but I don't think, and I've seen people adding Bishoujo statues to particular collections where there's Bowen and all of that. It never really works well because there's not the same art. It's a very different art. This is like you can say girly art that is really, it's its own thing. You know, the cutesy girls, all of that is its own thing. And I think that that's what they're doing here. And I love this, actually, this portrait here. It does have the interchangeable portraits. I liked her face here. Really cool. And you can see that on the base. The base is fine. I think it serves its purpose. It would have been nicer if they would have, I don't know, the new Wolverine sign, or, you know, in this case, Laura Kinney's symbol, which in this case will be the new Wolverine. That would be better, but I think they chose that sound, the sound that she makes when the claws come out. That's fine. I would say it's cool, cute, and definitely the sculptor did a fantastic job with the pose, all of that. I don't collect any Bishoujos, but I know a lot of people out there love the Bishoujo. I think this is one of the best looking ones in recent years, and definitely it's a nice addition. Like the face sculpt, like the paint job, hopefully comes out like this. Because sometimes we encounter some issues with it, but you know, I think Kotobukiya is getting better at those things. But yeah, this is a nice looking little piece, and definitely a great addition for the Bishoujo line. Alright guys, and now we're moving on to the start of this video, the one I'm really excited for, the new 1/6 scale Avengers Iron Man. I'm really excited for this piece. I think this is a great addition to the fine art statue line, and this is not the first time they have done an Iron Man, but this time I'm telling you, I think this is superior in so many ways to the original done by Eric Sosa. Now this is coming out between February and April of next year. The price for this is $333 first and foremost, which I would say goes along with what they're producing with Captain America and Thor. I think this is a perfect fit for this collection, and I think this new line has better quality than the previous line. The previous line, I love the art of Eric Sosa. I'm gonna tell you all the time, love Eric Sosa. The problem with that line was not the art, but the quality of some of the pieces. And in this case, it has to do with the factories, has to do with production, all of that has to do with Kotobukiya itself, not the sculptor. So I will tell you that what they're doing now, and we have seen, particularly with Captain America, with Thanos recently, all these pieces have come out and they're coming out better and better. Like the quality is there. It's not 100% what it needs to be. You know, like with Captain America, the shield is made out of plastic, all of that. But it's coming to a place where the quality is what people expect for the price. And that's good. And if this Iron Man comes out, as you can see here in the prototype, they will have a really nice looking Iron Man. I love the dynamic pose. I know some people don't like it, and I'm totally in agreement with that because it might be too dynamic. There's leaning problems, all of that. But I'm telling you, from the pieces they have produced so far in this line, Iron Man, in my opinion, is the best pose they have so far. It's the one that has been posed the best in comparison to Captain America, or in this case, Thor. I love what they have done with Captain America. It's a nice pose. I'm not saying that it's not. Also, you know, I think Thor has a nice pose. Once you come to look at it, at what they're trying to come up with, in this case, Restore, the sculptor here, I think did a good job in the whole design and the sculpt. The paint job is really good. I love the shading around his armor, which makes it look even brighter and better. And you want that. One thing I'm not a fan is the bases, and there's a criticism that everybody has been pointing out. It's just the craziness of these bases that really don't work as well. So that's my biggest criticism of this line, is the bases. And I would say that was my criticism of the previous collection as well. The bases were not appealing, and I feel that there's the same trend here. They need to work on the bases, but the sculpt itself, an Iron Man, it's superior. This sculpt that Restore did is superior to the one from Eric Sosa for sure, and I love the pose even more. And one thing I love is the chest. You can see this amber chest. This is something that they didn't do on the original Iron Man, and I criticized that when I reviewed that piece. I was not a fan of that because it was just a flat chest. Inside, it was just painted with the color that the whole armor was painted, that yellow that was used. And I wanted something closer to the Bowen designs, the last Bowen designs, the classic museum pose Iron Man that had that amber chest, which was an amazing feat. Definitely the concept was there, and they're doing that with this piece now. So I don't know if they listened to our criticism of years ago and they decide to go with this, but whatever happens, whatever decision was made to get to this, I think they made the right choice, the right call. Another thing I like is that they included the eyes. Another criticism of the original is that the original, all it was, the eyes were just like painted black lines. That was it. That's it. You know, it was not even like the Bowen that have the eyes that you could see the eyes. Well, now they're changing that and you can see the eyes under that. And that's very, very classic Iron Man. From the covers of Bob Layton, the art of Romita Jr. back in the, pretty much in the late 70s and all of that, in the 80s, all of that. This is what I remember. So I feel that this is a classic Iron Man through and through, and I think it's good. And you can see that amber chest. That's really nice. That's a really nice touch. The only thing that I would say that I criticized about this piece, that I would say that the Eric Sosa was superior, was the fact that they had interchangeable portraits. So you have the unmasked portrait with Tony Stark's face, and then of course you have the masked portrait. Well, this one doesn't have it. You know, that's the only difference I will have loved. What would have made this the perfect Iron Man, in my opinion, would have been to have interchangeable portraits. It doesn't have it. They didn't decide to do that with this collection because Captain America doesn't have that either. But beyond that, I think the portrait is better, and I love this paint job. And if they, in this case, the prototype is at least, I would say 95% close to this, then you have a winner for sure. And look at that chest. Very nice colors, the golden and of course the red, so bright. And yes, it's held by one peg here, but make no mistake, I think that in this case the sculpt is nice and the idea of the pose is good, and they have a very long peg attached to it, and the piece is strong. I'm telling you, it will stay there without a problem. Now on this hand, it depends sometimes on the angle of the pictures that can make some pieces lean more than the others, so hopefully we don't have that problem. But regardless, I do believe that the concept is really good, and man, I love this, and it really reminds me of the classic Iron Man. I'm always going to be a fan of the classic Iron Man suit. It's just my favorite suit for sure. Yes, I love the Mark IV, I love all those modern suits, but if I have to choose between all of them, I'll go for classic, you know, because that's the comics I grew up reading, and that's my concept, my early ideas, or my early knowledge of the character. I think it's good. The base is okay, you know, it's forgettable, but now you can see everything together, and I'm telling you, even if you do not order Thor of Captain America to go alongside it, if you only order Iron Man for your collection, I think you have a winner. I think it's a great Iron Man. It's something that I think we've been struggling. There's been a lot of Iron Mans, classic Iron Mans. Some of them, for example, even Diamond Select did one, you know, long ago, I would say a few years ago, that was good. But I think this is superior overall in every aspect what there is. I'm talking about the prototype here, and the paint job and the sculpt, even the pose, I feel is superior. And if you have the three here, and that's what I'm going to have, you know, I think I'm going to be excited to have them all, you know, in this case, combined together, because I think that's the idea, or that's the plan. And hopefully they can make this grow. Hopefully this collection, new collection, becomes very popular and does well, so that way we can have more characters added in the future. So it's exciting to see what Kotobukiya is doing. Yes, not everything is perfect. You know, there are a couple of things that will complain about, particularly, again, the basis. But I would say the idea and the concept, what they're trying to implement here, is good, and hopefully they can grow beyond that, like they have done with the Bishoujo line, and they can continue adding and adding, because Kotobukiya needs that more than anything, is to have continuity with something beyond just Bishoujo. But what is your opinion? What do you think about the pieces that we covered today? Are you a fan of this Iron Man? Are you a fan of this new Bishoujo, new Wolverine statue? Are you a fan of the diorama with the little Ewoks? Let me know in the comments below. So once again, my friends, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button to be reminded of the next video. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The links are down below. And also consider supporting the channel financially through Patreon. My friends, God bless you. Take care, and I will talk to you again. Bye-bye.